Exploring the eclectic is the ultimate purpose of human life. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Captain Pranav Prasoon, and today I will share you my journey, a journey of a small kid from a small place to a soldier to a corporate warrior. Year 1986, Montessori 1 or lower kindergarten, 100-meter race was all set, and I was starting. I was there at the starting point. Whistle blew, and for the first time, I discovered fear or competition, or fear or competition together. I was completely frozen. Could not run. Started crying. Could not have the courage to perform and face the world. Was searching for my mom and dad for a small hug, just to okay myself, but everything in vain. I could not find them. The crowd booed, loser, loser. I just sobbed and was still. Could not run completely. You know how they treat you in such situations. I was a very simple, average kid and nothing more. The kid grew 10 years post that, Olympics advertisement in Doordarshan. And it said, to be a giant, this has forever been my passion. This desire to be a giant. Not to stand on one's own shoulders, but to have one for a dear friend. For these may be fortunate things, but to be one. Giants step over barrier that seem never ending. They conquer mountain that appear unsurmountable. Giants rise over fear, triumph over pain, push themselves. They inspire others to be a giant, to do giant things, to take giant steps, to move the world forward. These lines went very deep inside me, maybe somewhere in my amygdala or frontal lobe of the brain, and then I aspired to be a giant, the huge, the magnanimous. Graduation was over, and one song was echoing in all of us in those days. पापा कहते हैं वरन हम करेगा बेटा हमारा ऐसा काम करेगा मगर ये तो कोई न जाने कि मेरी मंजिल है कहाँ. That says the kid will do great things, but that doesn't know what the kid wants to do. Life decisions were to be made, but that giant thing was lingering long. Between an easygoing and a cliche career, I chose the great Indian Army. Indian Army, where we live by chance, we love by choice, and kill by profession. An extraordinary life, the life of a giant who moves the world forward. So life decisions were made. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Year 2005, 2006, I got selected in Indian Army. They said, do you have it in you? And I had very much. But later I understood that getting selected was not a deal. 11 months training in Officers Training Academy, which was one of the toughest training academies in the world, was the deal, and survival of the fittest was the mantra. It was the second day of the academy and there was a running competition. Every gentleman cadet was giving their best. I remember I was again at the starting point. This time I was not searching for my mom and dad. I ran and I was gasping for the breath. I was not able to, maybe I'm not used to running. I was fighting not to become the last. I was the second last in the academy, and somehow I carried that. I did not fail. I was the second last guy in the academy. At the finishing point, I saw a strong guy in combat's maroon beret, black aviators, and a cynical grin on his face. Maybe he was having a chewing gum or a chocolate. He came close to me and he said, "Gentleman cadet, your running is real bad." I had no face to defend myself, just answer, "Sir, I will work on it, sir." He laughed. "We will work on it together, sonny boy. Tomorrow, 0400 hours, your training starts." Later I came to know he was my company commander, a para commando from the special forces, the best and the elite from Indian Army. Those who operate behind the enemy lines. I could just nod and say in confirmation that, yes, sir, I will do it. He was Colonel Sangram Singh Saurachakra, or Sangro sir, we used to call him. And from then, I ran and ran and ran. My dad used to say that if you're not good at something, do it for n number of times. And I was living those lines. We ran and ran and ran from the dawn to the dusk to the nights. He just did not give up on me. And I did the same. He's no more now. But I remember every bit of that training. To major learnings he gave me in my life. Two dictums actually. He said, Tiger, always remember, number one, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that extra. Once you have committed, then never give up. Anyone or anything in life. And number two, it is very close to me. He said, it's all mental. You win it here. Whenever you're down, tell yourself, you're a commando. You're a warrior. You're born to fight. Fight back. No mercy. These dictums transformed me to a warrior. And I started feeling every bit of it. I had a never say die attitude, a can do resolve, and a don't quit commitment. I completed the training, though it is very simple to say here, but it took a lot of time with all the flying colors, and then I was commissioned as a Class 1 gazetted officer. Life in army is full of grit, valor, and courage. Lieutenant Pranav Prasoon, no fear to die. 2 stars on my shoulders were better than millions in the sky. What a life it was. We used to say, if I die in battle zone, box me up and send me home. Put my medals on my chest and tell my mom I did my best. And for them all, I have to say, for your tomorrow, we gave our today. In my journey of an officer, I salute and carry the honor of having served with many fallen soldiers. Army gave me many operational and crude stories. Some of the time though, let's focus on exploring the eclectic. I was a search service commission officer and there was a choice. We had to make a choice to continue and to leave army. After my tenure was over, though it was a very tough decision, I was doing good. I was comfortable. But I had to decide what next. And I took a decision again. 2 roads diverged in a wood and I took the one less traveled by, and maybe that has made all the difference. Leaving army was the toughest decision in my life. Army was my first love, or maybe second or third, to be honest. But it was a love which fairly reciprocated. I was a very committed and serious guy, left army with a very heavy heart, came to the civil or corporate world, started from the scratch. A degree from a premium college was a support though, but I was completely confused which domain or which industry to choose, where to start, what should be the salary. And in my nothingness, one thing came very specific to me, that I'm a people's guy. And I have been a people's guy throughout, leading men whom I command and leading them the way it should be, from the front, by my example, is what I all knew. And I bet I could not do anything better than that. So I chose human resources, the people domain. So civil life followed like a smooth thing though. Sometimes it was quite tough. I used to be a loyal guy, just changed one job after army, worked hard, grew in levels, and today I'm leading the human resource for quite a big company. Leading by example and leading from the front. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Don't run just for your targets. Prepare others to run for theirs. And many times even run with them. What Sangro sir used to do for me. But one thing I realized, the people here, maybe of course they are different from army, they used to quit halfway. I used to keep on running with them, motivating them, inspiring them, no repose. Rather many times, they used to just leave me and go. In 2016, I learned a word which disrupted my thinking, transcendence. It is going beyond, and the execution mechanism was to make someone better than you. I love living that word. I made people, I made team, and the teams made the organization, pushed them hard to take them to a different level, made them corporate commandos. But sooner or later, I saw them succumb. They used to surrender. And I used to carry the understanding which Sangro sir taught me to inspire them to be a leader from the front. Used to run with them. It's all mental. You're a commando, a warrior. You cannot leave. You cannot quit. Fight back. But only silence used to prevail. Many a times, I just used to be running alone, talking to them alone, or talking to myself sometime. Like a lunatic, like a moron, like a mad guy. Then I learned something is wrong. This is not army. Things are different here. Minimum integrity, commitment is laughed at, relationships are being used. And also, people here, they know everything. They know everything. But they firmly decide to leave and quit. Even if you don't give up on them, they give up on themselves. And therefore, I see being in this profession of human resources, many half-baked career, people out of the career very soon, the dreams and desires burned to ashes. When I was a kid, my dad used to tell me a story of Shambhu Shikari. Now, there was this farmer who used to have some parrots and he used to love the parrots. So he used to tell them the tactics of survival. He used to make them recite these parrots, and they're good at that. Shikari aayega, jal bichayega, dana dalega, log se usme phasna nahi. The hunter will come, put the trap, keep the bait, don't get trapped inside it. And all the parrots, they were good enough, they learned it quite well. And every day they used to sing and the farmer used to feel very good. Shikari aayega, jal bichayega, dana dalega, log se usme phasna nahi. One fine day, the actual hunter came. He put the trap. He put the bait. And all the parrots, one by one, started entering the trap. When the farmer came in the evening, he saw all the parrots are not there. And he saw at the distance, there was a hunter who was taking all the parrots. The trap was on his shoulders and all the birds were singing in unison. Shikari aayega, jal bichayega, dana dalega, log se usme phasna nahi. So this is what it happens. We know everything, but still we get trapped. And still I feel what Sangro sir used to teach me. And I really wanted to do so many things for them. Transcendence must be upheld in full pride and honor. And I really, really wanted my level best to give that support to everyone whom I met in my life. Being in this journey, beautiful journey of exploring the eclectic, let me share with you 3 secrets I learned. And I had coined it as 3R. The first R is romance. Be in ultimate love with your life and your purpose. Complete passion. Romance the eclectic. And even if it doesn't come in the same manner, in the same quantum, keep it one-sided. One-sided love is better than the dual-sided one. You don't have any fear of heartbreaks. The second R is resilience. Many a times you will be praying to God, no, this should not happen to me. Please God, please, I should not be in this situation. For heavens, have some mercy. But bad days will come in your life. You will be pinned down, fall on your face, stabbed by the people who love you the most. Right? Take it. Take it with complete composure. Breathe. Don't die like others do. Learn to live alone in the darkness. Remember, it is not what height you fall from, but what height you bounce back, that matters. And the third R, which is very close to me, is rest in peace. Even when you are living, not when you are not no more. Be in peace and harmony with yourself, your surrounding, the sky, the earth. Go on vacations with yourself. Be on nothingness. Observe life happening to the left of you, to the right of you. Stop struggling in XY axis. See the life from Z axis. It's beautiful. Every day when I go to office, it's a long drive, almost 3 to 4 hours it takes me every day to go and come from office. The driver is very busy driving, and I on the back seat of my car see the entire world happening next to me. I observe them all. I love the world being so busy with a lot of faith and trust. It's not hope. Hope we create it with our perseverance. Only faith and trust. Just like between falling in love and coming out of love, there is something called continuing, staying in love. It is that. A continuum of persistency, like the continuum of exploring the eclectic. But let me caution you, circumstances will be tough. You'll have pains and tears which will haunt you. The people who love you so much, or whom you love so much, will come and stab right in the soul. The so-called soul connection will not exist. Take the pain. Love them all. Good, bad, ugly, whatever it may be. Always remember, it's mental and you are a commando. Whatever said and done, even if you are cut into pieces, thrown in a corner, collect your pieces, join them one by one, and make yourself again. You are a commander. You must not die. Your soul must not be crushed. Be a giant always. No remorse. My mom is a Hindi teacher, and she taught me a poem on no remorse. जो बीत गई वो बात गई, जीवन में एक सितारा था, मानो वो बेहद प्यारा था, वो टूट गया सो टूट गया, अंबर के आनंद को देखो, कितने इसके तारे टूटे, कितने इसके प्यारे छूटे, पर पूछो टूटे तारों का कब अंबर शोक मनाता है, जो बीत गई वो बात गई. So bygones are bygones, live with it, that is the truth of life. So here I am, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Pranav Prasoon Thakur, failed, stabbed, cut into pieces, got up again, made myself bit by bit, took one stride at a time. My strides gave me the pace gave me a flow, the flow gave me a complete run, always and every time. This was my story, a story of passion, perseverance, exploring the eclectic. And I pray for all of you that in your stories, may God bless you with lots of strides, long strides, deep breaths. Thank you. Thanks a lot.